Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ancient Wars. If you missed the last episode, ancient China faced off against the brand new Macedonian Empire under Alexander the Great, and they got defeated. Alexander the Great moved on after going to the third round, and they showed their strength and they got the victory. But today, we will be watching the Roman Empire versus the Gupta Empire. So let's look at the bracket and see where it's at now. Obviously, the Macedonian Empire advanced, and this will be the last to see who will be facing them in the finals. Again, Roman Empire, very strong, put on a great showing against ancient China. Also, I definitely misspoke. I meant ancient Egypt, not China. Macedonia beat ancient Egypt. I always want to get those combined or confused. But we get the new showing of the Gupta Empire, who again got out of fighting in the first round, so that's pretty nice for them. But let's see if they will take it up like Macedonia did and win. So with all that being said, let's get into tabs and let's learn about the Gupta Empire. Alrighty, welcome back to this renowned fight in this beautiful area. Let's take a minute to see each army. Again, the Roman Empire versus the newly established, I guess in this, the Gupta Empire. I wish, unfortunately, I couldn't find anything really on the ancient India and the Gupta Empire. I know that they relied heavily on bows and arrows, and then the weapon they had is somewhat close to this. So I just did some liberties of using what I already had to do it, so you can excuse that. But they also have another force over here to help protect. Again, they're doing a little more of a defensive area while the Romans are attempting to charge in, which again is Caesar, so it sounds about what he do. Again, very defensive position. Bows in the back. Pretty much like a phalanx position as well. A lot of spears up front with spears. And the same thing on this side, very similar. Again, just trying to take out the other army. Holy. But with all that being said, let's take a little bit to learn about the Gupta Empire and to catch up on what we learned already about everyone else. So, again, this is under Samudragupta. Now, I'm not great with saying stuff, so for my own sake, instead of saying Samudragupta and struggling every time, I'm going to start calling him Samu. Again, I'm sorry, it's just for my own sake. So, with that being said, let's head into Samu's accomplishments. His most impressive accomplishments was the amount of successful military campaigns, greatly expanding his empire and ushering in the golden age for the Gupta Empire. He was intelligent with his conquest. He strategically went after kingdoms that could challenge him. These included the territories surrounding the Gupta Empire. While he did destroy these places, he also believed in more peaceful ways. Some, like the kings of the Forest Lake, were used as his servants. Others had to pledge their allegiance and pay tribute to the Gupta Empire. The reason why is believed that he knew the empire could not sustain the size it had grown to, being impossible to protect its borders, so instead they made other kingdoms have obedience, which in turn helped protect his own empire, since they would not be going after him and not be causing a ruckus. And then inscribed in the Allahabad pillar inscription, again I'm sorry, are multiple names of kings and kingdoms that were taken over by Samu, showing the immense amount of expansion that Samu did. Again, it's a lot. It was ridiculous how much he actually did. Again, he was very smart with the kingdoms he destroyed and which he allied with. The historian Raid Shah Buhuri explained it that in the north he played a role of conqueror, and in the south he played the role of a righteous conqueror. Fighting strategies, Samu would use cavalry to outflank the enemy, but at the time cavalry was starting to be phased out of the army. However, they did use elephants and people riding them to give them shock and advantage and overall advantage. We will see that going into the second fight. However, they were not the only ones in employing elephants to help fight. Other places around were also using elephants, but again, it's just a big shock factor. They would use guerrilla warfare tactics to help catch the enemy off guard, knock out supply chains, use ambushes, and hit and runs to help slowly weaken the enemy. Samu would also employ the use of local tribes in neighboring kingdoms, just like a lot of other people we've seen, to help fight these battles. These local tribes and kingdoms have given backup and skilled men who could fight. Another thing Samu did was he believed in fighting alongside his warriors. He wanted to be on the front lines attacking alongside his army, and the wounds he got were marks of decoration. He must have been a skilled fighter since there was no recorded loss, and this was inscribed in the Al-Habad pillar inscription. Considering the massive size or massive expansion efforts by Samu, he also wanted to increase its army size and ability. With increased contact from the Scythians, who were nomadic people, increased the military equipment of the empire. They got rid of the turban and wore their hair more loose. Each army type was dressed differently, some using tie-dye techniques as camo, while others wore bright clothes that were decorated. Their shields were made from rhino hide, and the army used multiple common types of weapons, like curved swords, bows, javelins, lances, axes, and pikes, although bows were a very big part of their army. And then some military advancements and strategies. While he did not use too many brand new strategies, he did use guerrilla tactics to weaken his enemies. He was also very intelligent and fortified critical cities to help defend against potential attackers. He was also very great with words and negotiation, creating great bonds with neighboring tribes and empires. Although near the end, there was probably not many empires and tribes left, since he probably conquered most, and then left the ones he thought weren't a big issue. Samu's military conquest and strategic vision played a pivotal role in shaping the Gupta Empire. His aggressive expansionist policies significantly expanded Gupta territory, consolidating their dominance over North and Central India. The Gupta Empire reached its zenith under Samu's reign, ushering in a period of economic prosperity, cultural flourishing, and political stability. This would also gain the empire lots of wealth and more soldiers and servants to be used how Samu saw fit, helping the greater goal of the empire. So that's a little bit about the Gupta Empire. We will learn more again after this battle. But with that being said, let's head on and learn a little bit about the Roman Empire. Alright, the expansion efforts of Caesar played a crucial role in the expansion of the Roman Empire. Through military campaigns, his expansion efforts included Gaul, parts of Germany, and Britain. But these victories did not only bring territory to the Roman Empire. His expansion efforts brought wealth to the empire, especially from Gaul, which was rich with gold, silver, and timber. This also helped increase Rome's economy. The conquest also helped open new trade routes for Rome, leading to more trade, thus a better economy. His conquest also helped spread Roman culture, language, and customs. He was also a big idea in like projects, sculptures, art. He created roads and public buildings, all of which helped Rome's image. But let's take a little bit more of a deep dive into military advancements and strategies. Caesar was renowned for his military brilliance and innovative strategies. His use of legions, which he reorganized and adapted to have more flexible tactics. As seen, having an army that can be flexible on the battlefield is crucial to its success. As talked about previously, his army was able to build fortified camps, bridges, or sieges, using them to overcome any challenges or protect against an enemy more efficiently. He also used speed to outmaneuver his opponents and try to catch them off guard, creating an opening for the army to strike. The Roman army under Julius Caesar was organized hierarchically. At the top was a general, such as Caesar himself, who held ultimate authority over the army. Below the general were various ranks of officers, including legates, tribunes, and centurions, who commanded cohorts and centuries respectively. The backbone of the army consisted of legionnaires, professional soldiers who were organized into legions and fought as infantry. Auxiliary units such as cavalry, archers, and light infantry who supported the legion were there too. Julius Caesar's legacy had a profound impact on the future of the Roman Empire. His assassination in 44 BC led to an unfortunate series of civil wars known as the Roman Civil Wars. The eventual triumph of Caesar's adopted heirs, Augustus, marked the beginning of the Roman Empire. Augustus consolidated the power, established the principles, and initiated a period of relative stability and prosperity known as the Pax Romana, which lasted for over 2 centuries. Caesar's military conquest and political reforms laid the foundation for the imperial system and transformed Rome into a dominant superpower in the ancient world. And so not only did he, Julius Caesar, set up his successor really well, he also left a good deal of money to support the empire, which obviously is always good. But yeah, so again, Julius Caesar did a lot for the Roman Empire, again, in expanding its bounds, building lots of things, just helping out the economy overall, which again is just a lot of cool things that Caesar did. And unfortunately, he would die very shortly after his campaign, which is sad because he probably could do a lot more good. Alright, with all that being said, let's get into the battle. And again, the Roman Empire looks like they're just charging this middle position, hopefully being able to take it in and get to those archers. But again, they are just in a great spot. This little doorway is just like shooting fish out the barrel probably for those archers. Again, the backup's not going to be able to do anything because of that wall. And it's just going to be an absolute might to see who can push through. They're trying. Again, just not look like they're going to be able to. Again, archers on both sides going to be doing some heavy work. Over here, it looks like it's going to be pretty close. Again, some little more backups pushing in now. Again, I think archers are going to come down to the main thing about what's going to turn it into. Who's going to win the fight? It looks like... Oh, yep. The Roman Empire is definitely taking the commanding lead right now. The Gupta Empire looks like they're going to be on the back burner despite having a defensive position. Unless these archers are going to be able to take out a lot of men, which it does not look like it's going to be able to. This game is sometimes just crazy the outcomes you get. And again, it looks like an insanely dominant blue victory, which is very surprising. But again, looks like the Roman Empire takes away, and that means they are going to be one step closer to the finals. Let's head into this second to last match, or maybe last match, to see who's going to win it. Alrighty, let's get back into the second fight here. Again, not even again. The Gupta Empire seems like they're finally bringing out their elephant cavalry, having 3 elephants, all which would be carrying spearmen or people shooting bows. However, they are using spears here. Again, just a straight-on attack. The Roman Empire taking a very defensive position, along with Julius Caesar coming in to help fight them, which is a pretty nifty that he popped one out. Archers on the roof, probably a great strategy from the Roman Empire. But let's learn a little bit about the Gupta Empire before we actually start. As talked about, his military conquest and strategic vision was a very big reason why the Gupta Empire was so impressive and expanded so quickly. Under Samu's leadership, the Gupta Empire embarked on ambitious military campaigns aimed at expanding its territorial reach and asserting dominance over rival kingdoms and territories. Samu conducted numerous successful military expeditions, subjugating neighboring kingdoms and annexing territories and establishing Gupta supremacy over vast regions of the Indian subcontinent. The Gupta army operated within a hierarchical structure, with Samu serving as a leader. Beneath him were high-ranking military officials, such as generals and commanders, who led various divisions and units of the army. Gupta soldiers were organized into different branches, including infantry, cavalry, elephant corps, which we now see, each playing a specific role on the battlefield. The infantry formed the backbone of the Gupta Empire, while cavalry units provide mobility and flexibility in combat. The elephant corps, comprised of war elephants, were used for intimidating presence and shock value, as stated. And also, I mean, they're elephants. They're definitely tanky. And as we see here, they're definitely not going to move like normal elephants. But they definitely do some damage. So yeah, that's the Gupta Empire. A very impressive showing. Hopefully they move on, so we'll learn a little bit more about them and their downfalls, along with the lasting impact they did have. However, the Roman army, just as likely, especially with Julius Caesar, an absolute insanely great commander. They're both, looks like they're pretty evenly matched. So, with all that being said, let's get into this battle. Alright, let's see who will take this victory away. Let's start this just straight on conflict up. And the elephants are going to begin charging. Again, moving very rapidly, which is very impressive. Attacking from all sides. And oh wow, they took out those elephants. Again, mostly shock value. There's really not insane amounts that they can do other than just try and take it out. Again, arrows really kind of devastating for elephants. But hey, this one's doing a great job before going down. Oh, that one, all three are officially down. Again, the archers just making a very short work. Again, this middle ground, again, just an absolute bloodshed field. Julius Caesar still alive and kicking, taking out some competition. Again, I think the Gupta Empire looks like they're definitely getting destroyed a little bit. The elephants probably not doing as much as they hoped they would. Again, Julius Caesar really providing in a lot of effort here too. A lot of archers still left. I think the people from the roof must have fell. Again, we'll speed it up a little bit here. Yeah, just an absolute bloodbath. Again, it might come down to archers again. And it looks like it might. Again, Julius Caesar just hanging in there. Doing what he does best. Except if they do not know the key to stab him in the back, apparently. Is that him? Is he done? I think he's done. I guess maybe he only died by getting stabbed in the back. Again, a very close, just archers on archers now. The light infantry units. Oh my god, the Roman Empire might just be the better archers, and that will be it. Those final two shots straight to the chest on both will take the victory, and the Roman Empire will move on to the finals. What a crazy showing, and they will be facing the Macedonian Empire under Alexander the Great, which will be a very great showing. But with all that being said, thank you to everyone who is watching and watched, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night and day or afternoon. Who knows where you're at right now, but still have a good one.